We have new numbers from the town of Paradise on campfire rebuilding and recovery. So far, 1,905 homes have been rebuilt. More than 2,800 are in development, and 2,602 building permits have been issued. There have been 415 multifamily units rebuilt. 568 multifamily units are being built now, and there are more than 700 multifamily applications filed for building permits. Well, the town of Paradise has launched a residential ignition-resistant improvement program. It's to help people pay for improvements to make homes that survive the campfire more fire-resistant. And joining us now with all those details is Brian Solecki, the project manager. Thank you for being with us today.
Absolutely, glad to be here.
Now, this is just rolling out. You said just yesterday it was announced to the town. What are we talking about here? How does it work?
Correct. So, we've had multiple levels of different kinds of programs since the fire to help, people recover. And most of those projects and programs have been directed towards people who lost their homes. And so this is the first project that is actually going to impact those who had homes that survived the fire. And so we're really excited to have people apply and be eligible to have their property upgraded and become more fire resilient.
Bottom line, there's a pool of money that you can apply for. It does require a buy-in, if you will. How much are we talking?
Correct. So this is a hazard mitigation project funded by CalOES and FEMA, and there's a 25% match requirement for each property owner. And so we will assess their property for improvements that are eligible, and then they would be able to apply and get those things done in phase 2. And we could spend a maximum of $90,000 on each home.
And each home, that's a lot of money. It can go toward a lot of improvements. What kind of improvements are we talking about?
So there's a lot of small improvements, ember-resistant vents and increasing fire resiliency in different ways. But the big ones we anticipate are going to be roof retrofits, putting a more fire-resilient roof on, replacing siding to put the new cement siding that are not fire danger, and also windows. We see a lot of windows that can be upgraded to make them more fire resilient as well.
Because if anything, we learned a lot of really hard lessons in the campfire, and these are all built on the information and research that's happened then and since then, right?
Most definitely.
So how do people go about applying? And basically homeowners, right?
Correct. So this is for any property that survived, any residential property that survived the fire within the town of Paradise. And so they can go to the town website or go by town hall and get an application. In phase 1, there is no cost for them to apply and have their property assessed by town building inspectors. And then we will start the process of seeing what can be done on their house to increase the fire resiliency.
So you don't have to know everything. In fact, it sounds like the building inspectors will kind of do a lot for you by identifying where you can make those improvements.
Correct. And so the application period is open now until July 31st, and we're accepting the first 100 applications that come in, and then after that we'll continue a waiting list. And so we have $7 million to distribute through this program. And so when we get through that first 100, we'll see what kind of funding is left, and then we'll go down the waiting list.
God forbid we see another fire like the campfire, but you want to be prepared, and this is a great opportunity. And I do want to tell you that we do have a link on our website where you can apply and find out more. Just go to actionnewsnow.com and click on news links. Brian Solecki, thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
We appreciate it.